right. So here we go with our first item in the hour, the last and final hour, as we, wow, look at this. Okay, 5.3 carats of the absolute bypass ring. This literally means me and you, as you translate the meaning. So the perfect gift for yourself, for someone else, inspired by that first area of engagement rings. Tell about a little bit about this ring.
So historically, it's a very important design.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the symbol of engagement was obviously the promise of two people to be together. So in France, they call that ring toi et moi, which means you and me, you and I, which is really, you and I are going to be assembled, through our future union, and our engagement ring is the symbol of that. Very historically, very important design of engagement ring, that crossing over of the two stones, just joining at one another. There's a lot of symbol in that ring. And look, when you look at the ring, even on your hand or on your finger as you're moving it, look at the brilliance of the Asscher. Look at the facets and the depths of the stones. They are literally driving your eyes down. The stone is built so that it curves on your finger. It's slightly angled. You see that very well here. That's the detail that's important. It sits on your finger perfectly. It doesn't stick up anywhere. It's just right. They're just passing by one another, just hugging, kissing, just gently being next to one another. That's what's created design. The beauty of it back then was also that people were buying expensive jewelry. The people buying jewelry at the time were, for the most part, extremely wealthy, and they had the luxury of buying two stones of the same exact size.
Wow.
They didn't have, they weren't limited to buying one stone like we would be today.
Right.
They didn't have that sort of, so that's why that design was so important then and is not as prominent today. It's simply for sort of financial, economical reasons, because aesthetically speaking, it's a really, really beautiful ring.
Absolutely. I've never seen a ring like this, not ever. By the way, I just need to tell everyone, last call, sterling silver and the vermeil. And
I brought that bypass toi et moi design since I've been on HSN, because we are revisiting the history of jewelry. We are bringing those styles that were important at one time or another of the jewelry history. So if you buy a ring like that, you're sort of buying into that part of the history where everything was more opulent, where the question of how much things were was not as important, and also that symbol of having two perfectly matched diamonds. Think about it. Perfectly matched diamonds. Those two stones are exactly the same cut, shape, size.
Everyone's calling. Flying in here. Thank you, Jasmine.